Hi everybody, I'm back. It's been a while, so I'm just going to jump right in there and we're going to see what happens. Three things I'm doing today. Number one, filming my first video in like a year and a half. Number two, giving my first impressions of the Notoriously Morbid Vanishing Cabinet for June of 2017. And number three, testing my new camera and a little bit of lighting stuff. Three things I'm not going to do today. I am not going to edit this video, so have fun with that. I am not going to apologize for the mess that you see in the background, and I'll think of something else fun that I'm not going to do. I know I had something in my head, but whatever. So here we are, Notoriously Morbid Vanishing Cabinet, June 2017. This is a big deal to me. For those of you who don't know, Notoriously Morbid is a very, very, very small indie cosmetics company out of West Virginia or some other godforsaken place. Um, I don't mean that. I've never been to West Virginia. I don't know if it's awful. I just assume it is because it's not Texas. Anyways, so they have a subscription service called the Vanishing Cabinet. $13.25 a month. It's really difficult to get in on it. There's a wait list of like 2 or 3 months. I personally have been a subscriber for like a year and a half, so I know what to expect. They usually include 4 to 5 mini or deluxe items. The typical retail value of the package is typically about $16 to $18 or so. So you're getting a slightly better deal, but the big fun of the Vanishing Cabinet is that these are exclusive colors and collections that you're typically never going to see again on the website or anywhere else for that matter. So that's where the fun of it comes in. They have a theme every single month, and this month the theme is Worst Heroes Ever. Go ahead and squeal. Apparently that's a Suicide Squad reference. I've never seen Suicide Squad. I don't have cable and I've never seen the trailers, but I already opened the package and I'm pretty excited. This is the 3-year anniversary of the subscription, so it is a larger than usual Vanishing Cabinet. There are 7 items included in here, so now it's time to jump right in. The best thing about the, oh yeah, and I already opened it because I'm a loser. I opened it on the way up the stairs to come film. The best thing about the Vanishing Cabinet, as far as packaging goes, is that it's really super plain. There's nothing to it, so even if somebody knows that you subscribe to a cosmetics thing, they won't know what it is unless they're looking at it and they see Notoriously Morbid on the return address. So, opening it up, and this is what's inside. Carrie, the owner, likes to include silly little treats often in their packages and subscriptions. This month, we got Laffy Taffies. I don't know if they're random or what, but sour apple Laffy Taffies. I'm going to put that aside for when my son comes home next week. He loves those things. They always include a sheet with the description for the month and product information and a hint for the next month, which you can't read. And I'm not going to tell you the hint until the very, very end of the video because some people don't want to know. I don't know why you don't want to know, but that's, you know, whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the paper and then we'll move on to the products. It says, oh my gosh, the Vanishing Cabinet turns 3. Let's get the mushy stuff out of the way first. Thank you so much for supporting the Vanishing Cabinet and helping it grow. It's amazing that this little indie subscription has blossomed like it has, and if it weren't for you, it wouldn't be possible. From the bottom of our dark yet nerdy hearts, we thank you. This month, we've created a deluxe 7-item Vanishing Cabinet to celebrate the subscription turning 3. Worst Heroes Ever is inspired by the Suicide Squad. While the names are inspired mostly by the movie, some of the colors are pulled from the comic. She's a true nerd. Like, this company is so nerdy. It's wonderful. We hope you love it. Let us know how you like this month or email us with suggestions on how we can improve the subscription. We love hearing from you. This box includes 4 vegan mini shadows with some of the most expensive micas available from our suppliers to make them super special. Represented are Katana, Boomerang, Killer Croc, and Deadshot. What I really, really love about this is I have no idea what she's talking about when she says, like, those are all words that I don't understand. I'm like, are the colors pretty? Well, let's find out. I haven't even, whoops, dropping stuff. I haven't even gotten a chance to swatch any of them. So y'all get to have the fun part of watching me struggle with sealed packaging. So the first one I'm opening up is called Here's to Honor. It is, well, they're all vegan, of course, but this one is also lip safe. So that's fun. Oh, you know what? I didn't grab a primer. Do I have one out? Give me a second. I'm going to grab a primer right quick because they're loose pigments. Shadow Mine, where are you? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down a little bit of face primer. This isn't even an eye primer. This is a face primer because I grabbed the wrong thing. It's okay though. It'll do. It'll do. Okay, so a little bit of primer, and then once that has a chance to dry, just a bit, I'll put a little bit of shadow bind. I'm pretty sure there's not going to be a lot of mattes included, so I'm going to do enough of the primer and shadow bind to swatch all of them and hope that works. I'm also doing everything wrong-handed today for no reason at all. Okay, so in the lid, let's see if I can show it to you. In the canister, you can't see quite the reddish brown coloring of the thing. It's way glittery. No hint of purple. It's like, it's darker than clay red, but it goes on with a bit of kind of maroonness, I guess. And I'll do a finger swatch right next to it. Okay, so that's a really bad swatch. I'm not very good at working with the other hand, but this is what you end up with. I'm definitely gonna have to work with the lighting situation because this is doing absolutely zero justice to the ridiculous amount of glitter that I've got. It's definitely kind of mauve-y, maroon, burgundy-ish kind of color. And very, very glittery. I'm not a huge fan of glitter in eyeshadows, to be totally honest with you. I work more with mattes and metallics. That's really neither here nor there. It's just kind of the nature of the beast. Wow, that is sealed. Okay, the next one is Stench of Death, vegan and lip safe. So that's awesome. Grab another brush. Okay, this one looks more deep gray purple in the canister. The glitter over it is kind of red gold shift, but I'm seeing a bit of blue and purple in there too. So onto the arm it goes. Here we go. And then a finger swatch from the lid. Maybe I could try picking up some actual product when I do that. There we we go. This one did a lot better with the brush than with the finger. Maybe I'm just improving on my technique. It's kind of hard to tell. It's kind of disappointing, actually. It's basically a black-ish background with like multicolored glitter. I'm not even seeing like a lot of duochrome to that. Although in the changing angle, all the glitter gives it kind of like a brownness. Maybe that's kind of the effect they were going for. I don't know. Not the greatest thing I've ever seen. Over here is the brush with the primer and the shadow bind. Over here is the finger swatch. I should mention this one got lighter when I started messing with it because more of the kind of silvery glitteriness started coming out as I packed in a excuse me, a little bit more. So that's something to watch for. All right, next I've got Asset Relocation Specialist. This one is not lip safe like the other ones are. And before I've opened it, I can tell you it looks like a blue-green, kind of a deep turquoise kind of color. So, I'm always afraid of opening these things for the first time. Oh, I'm so scared I'm gonna like snap it, pop it, or like blow it all over myself or something. Ooh. Oh wow, you guys, that's fantastic. Alright, so let's get it out of the corners of the lid. Wow, that is gorgeous. Once I've opened the canister, it definitely shines more green than blue. The shift, it's like a deep green blue color with like a yellow green shift, if such a thing is actually possible. So here we go, putting it down with the brush. Oh man, oh yeah, I'm in love. I'm in love. It turns more green as I'm applying it to my skin. Not as much with the finger, but when I put it on my eyes, I'm going to use it with the primer and the shadow bind, so that's why it's more important to me what it looks like with the brush. Wow, I have tons of glitter all over everything now. Okay, so there's... Let me turn my camera a little bit so you can get a better view. That is the color. Zero justice on this. Like this little section right here is closest to what it's actually supposed to look like. So just to give you an idea. Yeah, you can see all of my projects down there in the background, things that I was working on. And then I have to get all of this back into the canister. And then I have to close it without letting anything snap open. Okay. The last one is Ain't You Scared? And what I'm actually going to do now is put down some more shadow bind over here off to the side further from where I was working earlier because I can see in my camera how it's not really coming up a whole lot. And let's see. Ain't You Scared is not lip safe. And not opening. Seriously, bro? Just snap already. Okay, here we go. This looks like a dirty gold green color. I will say, these things are very well sealed. as a general rule. Yeah, okay. So, a dirty brown-green color with a crap ton of glitter. Not exciting. Honestly, it might as well be gray at that point. So here it is. Oh, you know what? The application is not that bad. That's kind of cool. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna give this one a pass on the stupid first impression because it actually packs on really nicely. Not quite OD green, but it is Suicide Squad. I mean, I've never seen the movie or read any of the books, but I'm gonna assume that, you know, this is an appropriate color for something like that. I'm gonna do finger swatch. It applies almost identically with the finger swatch as it does with the shadow bind. So that's actually kind of a good thing. It's a little bit darker than the camera is picking up, but as I turn it to the side toward my other light over here, you can see a little bit more of the color. I wish you could pick up more of the glitter. The glitter in this one is not that different than the glitter in this other red one, Here's to Honor, but the background coloring of the green just gives it a totally different shine. So there's that. That was kind of a surprise. If you had told me that there was going to be a freaking army green eyeshadow, I would have probably offered to sell it sight unseen. It's kind of cool though. I like it a lot. Here, the next thing we've got is Step Out of the Shadows highlighter. This is eye safe, but not lip safe. A mini highlighter encompassing the beauty of Enchantress. So, open it. And the highlighters and blushes that they send out in the minis come with sifters that are sealed. So, I don't worry as much about you know, dropping them or, you know, dropping the lid or whatever. And I have my blush brush handy because I saw that it came with the larger container, which always indicates a highlighter or a blush. So here we go. Right over here. It's a very flesh colored thing. Kind of a pinky, I don't know, flesh color, like Disney flesh. I don't know. Anyways, it doesn't show up hardly at all on my arm until I turn it to look into the light. But what I'm seeing here is, because it matches my arm almost exactly, that's weird. Okay, I'm gonna finger swatch it because it goes on the color of my arm, but in the light, it seems to shine green. And I'm thinking maybe I didn't wash my brush, so please hold for technical difficulties, because Mom's an idiot. I can't figure out the shift on this highlighter. Maybe it's just a flesh tone highlighter. I would have expected something bigger and crazier. No, because now... Okay, so it's basically like a flesh tone highlight, but then as you pack it on more, it develops kind of a gold-green shift. And I can guarantee it's right here. And you're probably not going to be able to see it at all because this camera doesn't pick up glitter, which is really disappointing. I'm gonna have to get the other camera and bring it back out. So that's the highlighter. This is taking forever because there's so many products. Normally I would have been done by now, and I do apologize. But hey, when you got a totally huge deluxe VC, you have to go through every single piece. I mean, you can't not. So the next thing, um, our Night Kiss lip balm represents El Diablo and is flavored with cinnamon, sangria, and caramel. So that would be this item. They're lip balms, so cute. Um, I love Notoriously Morbid lip balms. I don't use them as often because at night I use a sugar scrub with a Notoriously Morbid slumber salve, and then I usually don't need lip balm for the most part throughout the daytime hours. But if I'm not wearing lipstick, if the weather is bad, um, the first 3 months of my pregnancy when I was super dehydrated and malnourished from constantly vomiting, this is what I, not this, I have another one over there, but these are absolutely the best. So I'll let you see. It comes up in the tube. Nothing special, it's just a plain, it's not flavored. Usually, ooh. It says sangria, caramel, and cinnamon, but it kind of smells like coffee to me. And I love it a lot. I might have to beg Carrie to send me or give me an option to buy like 4 of these because that's great. I like that a lot. That's fantastic. Okay, and last but not least, because you have to save the best for last, right? It was really, really hard not to include Joker with Harley, but we believe she's kick-ass and special in her own right. The Mystic Matte is a deep red to give you that mischievous and evil grin. Please note that some tubes, blah, 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 contain the same amount of product. Okay, so basically, because the subscription got so big, they had to use different tubes, but they're all 4 milliliters. So this is the one that I got. I don't know if this is like the regular one that she was going to use. It's actually almost identical to the ones that she used for the limited edition Christmas ones, but I think these are just like her super awesome like special occasion tubes. So it's called Stay Evil Doll Face, and it is a Mystic Matte, which the Notoriously Morbid Mystic Matte liquid lipsticks are like my absolute favorites. Um, Ofra is better, but they cost 4 times as much. So, if you gotta pick a direction, I'm always going to support a small business if it comes down to that. So here we won't open. Okay. Okay, I got it. All right. So it's a red. It's a deep red. I won't call it burgundy. Brick red, maybe. Um. Ooh. Awesome. I don't think I have anything. I expected it to go on with kind of like a maroony burgundy kind of vibe, but it didn't. It's like a really deep brick. Deeper than brick, not with a hint of brown, but with like an idea of a brown undertone. Um, I expected something a little bit brighter. I expected something a little bit more like um, I'm drawing a blank on what the color is called. But there was a Stila color called maybe like Beso or something like that. That's what I was expecting when I saw this. I was like, oh, okay, it's a red lipstick, so it's probably a Harley item, right? But this is not what you expect from, like, I was expecting like a red, like a really red, red. But it's not like what you would expect of like a Harley Quinn. Maybe I'm wrong. not a comic book person. Not at all. I don't know. It's a bit different. Okay, so as it dries, that's what I'm waiting. I'm waiting for it to dry before I actually show you the color. As it dries, it takes on a little bit more of that kind of burgundy-esque coloring that I was expecting it to. The fun thing about these Mystic Mattes is that they dry down like 98%, and then it's so much fun to get like a loose eyeshadow and like pat it over the top to create like a new color or a new look. That's one of the reasons why they make such a point of noting whether or not these guys are lip safe, is because a lot of us like to kind of create our own stuff. But here's the color. This is the only product that the camera is actually picking it up correctly. So you can trust that. It's got just kind of like that rich depth to it. I apologize for these cat scratches. I won't apologize for the mess, but I'll apologize for my ugly hands. So there you go. And over there is where I was messing with it, waiting for it to dry. So there you go. That's kind of cool. I'm going to have to put that on, I think. So that's it, I think. Notoriously Morbid Vanishing Cabinet, June 2016. Worst heroes ever. Final thoughts. I know I've already gone way over my time, but I do that every time and you still watch. So, I mean, I don't understand. Okay. Final thoughts. The Night Kiss lip balm, 100% win. Even though I don't wear lip balms all that often, like for lip balm people, this is fantastic. Like, oh, it's called Lose Control. I don't know who that's for. Let me see. For El Diablo. Anyways, yeah, cinnamon sangria caramel. Okay, so Lose Control, Night Kiss lip balm. Fantastic. I love these, and I'm always glad to have a spare. The Stay Evil Dollface Mystic Matte. I love that color. I always want another bold red, and I love these tubes. I really like having the larger tubes for my stuff, as opposed to like the little mini tubes that she usually sends out. These are harder to lose when I carry them all over the house. So definitely a win. The highlighter. The highlighter is kind of a maybe for me. I think for people who like to wear normal highlighters, it's probably going to be a win. My favorite highlighter is purple. Purple. And my husband's favorite highlighter actually is the same one. Because when I wear my green highlighter, he says, "Oh, you're wearing that green stuff." But when I wear the purple one, he says, "Ooh, that's that mother of pearl shiny shit that I like." It's not mother of pearl, it's purple. So having like I mean, this is going to be good for like, you know, subtle shift, extra sheen. You know, eye safe. I totally like brow highlight, inner corner, perfect, gorgeous, but it matches my skin exactly, and that kind of puts it right in the middle. The eyeshadows. Ain't You Scared? That was the last one, right? The greeny one? I don't remember. Ain't You Scared? Oh yeah, that's the weird kind of army green color. Surprising win. I didn't expect that to happen. I don't have any really good kind of OD military kind of colors. I don't use them very often, but it's definitely a good thing to have on reserve. So that's going to be a win for me. The red one, Here's to Honor. That's a maybe. I don't really do stuff like this. I feel like I have a lot of different red ones. I feel like I have 2 or 3 red Notoriously Morbid colors that I like better than this. But it's pretty, but not a winner. And Stench of Death is a pass. That's the black one with the glitter. I don't like my blacks to have glitter. I like my blacks to be dark and hopeless and sad. Not glittery. I don't like glittery blacks. I don't understand it. There's like one black. It was 13 Black Rainbows Volume 2. And that is the only black glittery eyeshadow that I've ever enjoyed. And I don't use it that often. So, sorry, stench of death. And Asset Relocation Specialist. Probably the hardest win in the lot. It's really pretty turquoisey kind of color. The shift is fantastic. I'm so bummed that my camera doesn't pick up the just like gorgeousness. Like if you turned Ariel from The Little Mermaid into an eyeshadow, it would be this turquoise. Like it is that fantastic. It's freaking magical. And I love it. So that's a win. So out of a 7-item box, we had 4 total win, 1 maybe that I'm probably going to use anyway because let's face it, that's how I am, and 2 that will probably get passed on to either my baby sister or my best friend. So a win actually for me, considering the $13.25 price of the package or whatever. I definitely got my money's worth because these go for $2.75 a piece. The regular 4 milliliter tubes go for $4.50, I think, and the Night Kiss go for $3, and the mini highlighters I think go for $4 if you buy the items separately on the website. Plus, you've got that whole, exclusive colors and flavors thing that you won't be able to get them anywhere else. So, definitely a winner value-wise. And I really just love Carrie's products. I would pay more than that for these, honestly, because they're just that good. So, at the end of the day, there is a coupon code in here. Cannot be combined. Expires 7/31. It says please do not share, and I'm going to respect that because this is a small company. And quite frankly, I just like the owner. She's a sweetheart. She's cool as hell. So now I'm going to sit here in silence for about 10 seconds. Oh, actually, thanks for joining me. Y'all are awesome. I apologize for the rambling, for the sidebars, and the ridiculousness. I apologize for all of the ums, because there's probably 87 of them. And I apologize for the quality of the camera. I'll switch back to the better one and fix the lighting situation before I film again, I promise. And if you want to know more, I am going to be doing a lot more reviews of various products and items. There's I have 2 Notoriously Morbid orders coming in the next few weeks. So, of course, those are going to get unboxed and reviewed. And then I'm going to start reviewing more of the items that I already own and doing some writing and stuff. I've been procrastinating on that a lot, but it's time for me to not do that anymore. So if you have any interest in hearing what I have to say about life and all the crazy things that it is, feel free to hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, or whatever it is that you do to hear from the people that you want to hear from. And if you have any hints, tips, suggestions, comments, questions, feel free to, let me know. Private message, commentary, whatever. Don't be a jackass if you can avoid it, possibly. And thanks for joining me. If you do not want the July hint, now is the time for me to say goodbye. If you do want the July hint, hang out for a few more seconds and I will go into that. The July hint is, when I wrote this, I was listening to The Cure a lot. I know that line. This is driving me nuts. I'm going to click off and Google this line because I know it. I've seen this movie. Like 87% sure that I saw this movie like 8 or 9 years ago. I don't think it was anything new. I'm picturing Michael Cera, but I think that's because I was watching Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist last night, and the character Nora makes this joke about, like, instead of calling them the Cure, they should be called the Cause, har har har. But that's not what this is from, I don't think. So yeah, if you know what it is, can you inbox me so we can confirm, because this is really, really bothering me. In any case, I look forward to July's subscription, and yeah, so that was fun. Anyways, talk to you later. Love you guys.